Hey guys, welcome to the newest series on the block: home ownership, rentals, improvements, and decor. So join me this and every week for your updates on how to make your property look better or invest in a property. I'll be learning and so will you. So don't forget to turn on that notification bell, and if you have not yet subscribed, hit the subscription button. Also remember to share these and put them on repeat if you must.
There's pen black girls in my area code. Dark skin, light skin, medium tones. Perm ting braids got mini afros. Thick lips got hips, some of us don't. Big nose contour, some of us won't. Never wanna put us in the media, bro. Want a fat beauty like Kardashians, no. Want a fat beauty like my auntie got, yo. Wheel up the block clock, tell her reload it. I've got the camera, my girls are posing. I need some backup, then my ones are rolling. Grown woman thinks I'm never at risk. Mind my own business, I'm never in mess. Who am I ain't bait, get a slice of the cake. Want a house with a view and a new pair of shoes. Keep it real from the jump, Gucci gang. Little vibe, little bass, little kick, little snare, little lies, big truths. Do you, they don't care. Do you, they don't care. Get your ass out the box and build up from there. I don't have.
Hey guys, it's me, your girl, Queen Burrell. There's so much I want to talk to you guys about. However, I'm not 100%, so please see with me. Yeah, as it relates to like property and purchasing, I know there's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of stuff that people say that aren't true. There's a lot that people don't know about purchasing a property. So I wanted to be the one to break that cycle, because a lot of people go into things and you end up having to include a lot of people who you really probably would not want to include for the opportunity to gain some exposure or experience or know-how, so that you're not blowing up cash that you don't need to blow up. So the first misconception is that you have to have a lawyer. You don't have to have a lawyer. However, majority of the mortgage institutions will ask you to, if you're not using a lawyer, you're gonna have to write to state that any issues that come up, because the lawyer would sift through to ensure that any like issues or stuff that you may not pick up on, because there are terms that you probably won't just pick up on being a layman. I've seen them. I've read through a couple agreements. I've been so blessed that every time I saw a property that I was interested in, I was selected. Now here is how you get to become me in terms of that. When you're ready, they can't say no. So I am a stickler for not necessarily, I won't try to keep up with the Johnsons. I'm not living my life for people, regardless of what people might say that people do that, but I am on my own timing. So regardless of what age I am at, or whenever things happen, I understand that everybody's at a different pace because of upbringings, family ties, and all of that. Not everybody is privy to a quote-unquote comfortable family who probably died and left something to you, or put certain things in place that you don't have to work as hard. But I didn't come from that background, so I knew that for me. And so when probably friends or others who are probably younger were accomplishing things before me, their circumstances different. They're probably living with their parents before they moved and purchased. I have been living on my own since early 20s, like extremely early 20s. So the opportunities are different, because I was spending more when you were able to save, and so maybe coming up with a deposit or stuff was a little bit quicker for you. And I had to go through student loan. A lot of people didn't have to go to student loan because their parents or family or whatever is different financially. You get me? Not everybody planned certain things. Not everybody had the means to prepare, you know, and not every dad or family have both mom and dad, so their finances are better spreaded. So I didn't come from that, so of course I had to work my butt off. So it meant that coming up with a deposit for the type of property that I would want meant that I had to spend a little bit more time. And because I did student loan, I don't like loans, but because of circumstances and because of what I want, because you have to give yourself the best platform, the best opportunities for doors, because when doors open, you have to be ready. Like, you can't wait for the door to be open to become ready. That don't make no sense, or you'll miss out on the opportunity. So I try to be ready so that whatever comes before me, I'm able to seize the moment or seize the opportunity. So it's the same thing. So I went to college, got my degree, so I had to, of course, pay back student loan. Thank you, student loan, for being an avenue for persons whose life are probably like mine. You feel me? And don't be afraid to take it. It just means that you're going to have to exercise some amount of discipline to pay them back, and try to pay them back as quick as possible so that your finances are not as stretched. Because when you approach a mortgage officer, you want to have the cleanest slate, because they're going to calculate your income versus your expenses, and that will determine how much you're able to access from them, if at all. All right, so that's one thing. I also went, not a lot of people know this, but I went on to do my master's, and I made sure that I paid that off. So I did that straight, because after college and paying off my student loan, I bought a car while I was paying off student loan. But I worked very hard, and I have side hustles, if you don't already know that. And so I was able to buy a car. Luckily, because not luckily, but fortunately, when NCB decided, because NCB is who I took my car loan from, when they decided that they were going to increase their rates on me for the car payment, monthly car payments, I decided that I did not want that. So I had a little funds, so I just decided to clear the car, so the car became mine. So that's less expenses going out for me now. So I had a little prettier slate, if you want. I was able to then get a credit card. If you know, you know, but if you don't know, here is me helping you out. Having a debit card alone won't help you. You need a credit card, because each time you swipe that debit card, and the banks may not like me right now, but each time you use that debit card at a POS, that's point of sales machines, or for those who don't know what that means, in more of a layman terms, it means when you go to that supermarket and swipe your card, that you can, if you have a credit card, evade those fees. Essentially, is what I'm saying. So you can have a credit card and your debit card. It just means that you'll know that this is not your money. So what I do, so you just have to be disciplined. What I do is, as soon as I swipe that credit card, I ensure that I go on the online platform and send that money from my debit over back to the credit. So that way you're evading your late fees or whatever other fees, interests because of late payment, or only fees you definitely have to look forward to is the annual fee for using the people's card. You feel me? A lot of people like to cry and say, oh, why we have to pay fees? But who lends you money for free? Like, think about it. Like, it's a service. You have to pay for it. So back to regular programming. So I had created a clean, or what looks like a clean slate. So only thing I have is credit card, because I paid off schools. I paid off my car. I own my car. and stuff like that. Okay, so then I came up, I enter into, like, I create portfolios. So I don't trade like forex trading, but I have portfolio of investments. So those I use as my savings, essentially. So there's what is called, like, CDs, certificate of deposits. There is what is known as government T-bills and stuff like that. I can get into that, but I won't get into that into this video. If you want me to go into those things, just let me know in the comment section, so you can I can do a video on that, because I realize that a lot of Jamaicans, like young Jamaicans, don't know about a lot of avenues for proper saving. Because we interrupt the program to highlight the sponsors of this week's video. The Integrated Cleaning Services offers professional, affordable, and reliable cleaning services designed to suit your schedule. Our services include residential, janitorial, move in and out, and construction cleaning services. But that's not all. We've recently added after-party cleanup services. To book an appointment, send us a WhatsApp message at 391-5586. That's 391-5586. Remember to follow us on Instagram at B_integrated_services. Black Hive Entertainment 876 offers equipment rental for your weddings, parties, conventions, video recordings, and much more. Our equipment include LED power lights, fog machine, bubble machine, and projectors. How do you find us? Check us out on Instagram at blackhive_entertainment_876, or you can call us at 391-5586. So the banks don't like me for saying this, but having a regular savings account isn't the tea. Okay? Like, the interest is like always minuscule. They have your money, they are using your money, and it's like minuscule. But it is a starting point. As I said, not everybody's background look the same, so you just have to analyze yourself, evaluate, see where you're at, and see what works for you. So it, for most persons, will be the start, because in order to enter into certain investment, you need a certain amount. Again, that's not the type of video we're doing here, so let me just move over from that. Yeah, so I saved up through all the different avenues the deposit. So now I approach the financial institution that will be doing my mortgage. Of course, I've been in the working system for a minute, so there's NHG as well. Currently, NHG is offering 7.5 for my age group and my class or status in society. Yeah. So now the difference will be from the bank. Right, so now I approach the bank to get the pre-qual, because no realtor is gonna look at you without a pre-qual. Okay, they're not gonna take you serious, so you need to have that pre-qual. So you can access the NHG pre-qual from online, so you go on NHG and get that pre-qual, as well as most banks are in an agreement with NHG to, like, join. How do I put it? Let me put it in layman, so I'm not talking up in the air and people can actually understand. So the banks will take on the portion of NHT at the rate that NHT is lending you and cover the difference. So even though you're approaching just the bank, they're going to check for your NHT. And so you'll get a letter from your HR if you're working. I can't speak to self-employed persons in this, honestly. I can do some research, and if you want me to do some research and come back to you on that, I can promise if you ask. All right, but I won't just get up and make it, or maybe I will if I get a chance. All right, so yeah, your HR will write a letter to say that, okay, this is the amount that you've contributed NHD wise, and then they'll match that, right? And they'll tell you based on the amount that they're putting in, so the 7.5 plus whatever difference you need to buy the property. So if the property is like 14 mil, we know there's probably no property for 14 mil, but just give and take. So you know you need 6.5 from the bank, and they'll tell you their rate for that 16.5 and then merge it together to charge you the overall. All right, so yeah, you get that pre-qual, you have your deposit. Let's go shopping. You check out a few realtors. You can find them all over social media. It's not even funny. Don't stick with one. I'll tell you that from my point of view. Don't stick with one realtor, because here's what I know to be true is that nobody takes your business as serious as you. So if you're using one person, they just have like this amount of properties that they know about. So the more people you have looking for you, the more opportunities for you to actually find something and within your range. What I'll also say, and this has nothing really to do with like mortgage and stuff like that, but this process is not a process that you should share with everybody. Like, people will cloud your judgment and stuff like that, and not everybody wants to see you win before them and all them little crazy things, but we're not here for the negatives, right? But I'll just say this is not something that you want to share with everybody for many different reasons. You can take from it whatever you want to take from it. All right, yeah, back to it again. Yeah, so more people looking for you, the more opportunity it is for you to find what you want. A lot of people keep to your budget. So a lot of people think that just buying the house is the amount that is quoted. No, you have closing costs. So you have to do a survey, which is going to cost you. That's like 2%. If I had the list, and I probably I'll include some stuff on the side of the screen for what I don't catch. All right, I promise. So there is percentages that are standard for different things. So you have surveying to do, you have valuation report to do, you have lawyer to pay if you're going via lawyer. All right, so you don't have to use lawyer as mentioned before, because you will have to get them to be comfortable with you not doing due diligence, because the lawyer should do due diligence, because they know the terms and things to look for, and you know there are properties that may have breaches and stuff like that you have to look out for. So I would say don't be penny wise and pound foolish, as old people would say. Yeah, so you can use a lawyer maybe for your first property, and then you know what to do next. So your second property, you don't have to use a lawyer. So yeah, so there's a ton of fee. You probably want to have like an extra 1.5 million based on when you're seeing this video, because we know that there's a thing called inflation. But based on when you're seeing, well, because you could be watching this like 2 years ahead or whatever, I don't know. But for now, when this video is created, you can have an extra 1.5 to cover those fees, because a lot of people don't plan for those fees and then can't settle. And when you cannot close, the vendor's lawyer have fees that will be charged to you, and you'll see that in the sales agreement. I think minimum they'll say 90 days to close, but I always ask for an extension of about 120 days. I don't think the bank should take forever to close, but 120 days is the safest to not start incurring fees, because there are fees, interests. So this is a very important topic, and I don't want to cram everything in here, because I don't think I really can cover everything in a one video situation on such a topic. So I'm going to say this is it for part 1, and if you want part 2, please say so in the comment section. There is so much, and you know I can speak on this because I'm coming from the financial part, so you want to listen to me, okay? Yeah, and if you want to, I can like put you on to some realtors, because some people are a waste of time. But yeah, I can put you on to some realtors, like who, you know, But yeah, you guys gotta like, yeah, let me know, okay?